Today's video is sponsored by a new vendor, Jessie Wigs, and just briefly showing you all the things that will come in your packet. So today I'm going to be reviewing this closure unit, and it is a 24-inch closure. However, please note, for those of you girls who love shorter units, they do come in shorter lengths. So I just want to acknowledge how far we've come as a community of wig wearers and how much easier it has become to lay in units. However, there are still some people who still don't know how to lay their wigs or who are still intimidated by the process. In this video, I'll highlight the benefits as well as the limitations of wearing a closure unit to allow you to assess whether a closure will be right for you. Okay, so you decided to get a closure unit. The first thing at hand is decide if you want to go for a middle part or a side part. This is a closure unit, which means that this unit has part and space that does not come from ear to ear. Gone are the days where the part and space are very limited on the closure units. This particular closure is a 5x5. It means that the one number across is how many inches it is across, and the second number is how many inches that it is going to the back. So that means you have 5 inches across in the front and 5 inches to the back. And you do have the flexibility of moving that part in space to a side part, which means that this unit will allow you the flexibility to style it in a middle or a side part. I decided to go for a bust down middle part, so it's going to make this install a lot simpler because it already came parted down the middle. Since I'm going for a bust down middle part, that means that I do have to go ahead and straighten the strands. I particularly like to straighten my units using my 2-inch flat iron. That allows me the capability of flat ironing this unit in half the time. Next, I am going in with some concealer in the part and space. Now, this is a step that I suggest doing for any unit you put on. I used to skip this step before, and I realized that it made the difference between my units having a more clean, crisp look. Second, if you don't have the root touch-up, go ahead and get you that. It's going to help ensure that your parts look nice and neat. Now, this is a step that I have started to do recently, and I found it to be extremely helpful, especially when wearing closures, and that is adding some hairspray to the hairline after I straightened it with the hot comb. When adding the hairspray to the hairline, what it's going to do is it's going to kind of seal in that look of having the hairline straightened. You'll see what I mean shortly. Next, when it comes down to cutting the lace on the closure unit, it's fairly simple. It's the same you do on all units. You like to cut in a zigzag motion. However, be sure and cut off those little strips on the end of the closure. This is going to allow for a more seamless fit of the unit on your face. Once you cut the lace, there's really not much left to do. Now, I have decided to add some baby hairs because it kind of goes hand in hand with wearing a bust down middle, especially nowadays because it's really trendy. Now, you guys may know that baby hairs has not been my strong point. I'm really great at adding adult baby hairs, but these fully grown, still at home baby hairs has never really been my cup of tea, but I'm still working on it. But this is an example of what I want y'all to know. You don't just wake up and master things. You become a master by practicing and challenging yourself. So regardless if you choose to install a closure or a frontal unit, if you believe in your ability to do it, I promise that like everything else in life, you will get better the more you practice. I'm going to keep it real with y'all, but let's talk about something that's not often discussed. Laying the baby hairs really takes the most time when installing the units. Nowadays, the installs are not as time consuming as it once was, but getting the baby hairs to lay just right will literally take me 30 minutes while the install only took 10. And that's one of the reasons why I don't really do them. Now it's time for me to apply my elastic band. Now this is going to be a glueless unit, so technically I wouldn't need to have the elastic band, but the reason I apply the elastic band is for two reasons. One, I like to use it to help set the baby hairs, and two, remember when I added that hairspray at the front? This is going to help really seal in that straightened look so that once I take it off, it has that freshly pressed look. And the beauty of having that look is that closure units are the best units to wear glueless. If a glueless unit is something that is really your preference, I think a closure unit will suit you best, as there is no lace to worry about on the side, and it makes the application a lot easier. As you can see, all you have to do is pull it off and put it back on. See how easy that was? This unit is definitely beginner friendly. Okay, dolls, so that's all I got for you guys today. This unit, as I mentioned, is a 24-inch. I'm not sure of the density, but it's actually a pretty decent density, especially for the length. A lot of times when I get long lengths, they be, you know, like a lot thinner. So I really like the density. Let me stand up real quick so you can see where this lands on me. As you can see, it comes to the waist in my front and down to my butt in the back. I didn't get too much shedding. However, I did get tangling. I had a lot of tangling with this unit. So I just want you to be mindful about that. The tracks are kind of like peeking through on the top. Other than that, I do have a coupon code for you. And if you're interested in purchasing this unit, I'm gonna put that across the screen, and I'm gonna also link it in the description box down below. But before we get out of here, guys, I'm gonna need your help naming this unit. What do you think we should call her? Feeling real Pocahontas? Go ahead and leave your name suggestions in the comment section down below. And I did pick a name for the unit I reviewed in my last video. The new name, as well as the person who submitted the name, will be listed across the screen. So dolls, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up. If you're not already part of the faithful fam, hit that subscribe button before you leave. I love to have you. And as always important, until next time, you guys stay blessed. And if it be God's will, I'll see you in my next video. Take care now.